Welcome back to Photoshop for photographers, and today we're going to continue working with adjustment layers. Now, in the last episode, we worked with a black and white adjustment layer as beginning to start working either in curves or levels with those type of adjustment layers. Now, today we are going to change it up a little bit, and we're going to take a look at how to make a selective adjustment layer. Now, a selective adjustment layer isn't really anything different than a regular adjustment layer. It's just that you are applying it to a specific area. So the first thing that we're going to do here, and just keep this simple, we're going to come back up and we're going to make this newer photo a black and white adjustment layer. And I can come in here and adjust this image until I think it looks good. Now, I'm not totally worried about toning this perfectly at this time, because I kind of picked this image just because it has some bright values and some dark values, and we can kind of come in here and even those out and sort of change stuff around so you can see how selective adjustment layers work. So our first adjustment layer here, and if we look down here at this white, we remember a mask. Anytime a white mask is shown, the adjustment layer is applying to everything in the whole image. If there is black, nothing in that adjustment layer is being applied to that image. So how can we apply an adjustment layer to just a specific area? It's actually pretty easy, but there are multiple ways to do it, like everything in Photoshop. And sometimes one way is better and sometimes another way is better. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply grab the lasso tool up here, and I'm going to make that lasso tool have a feather of 55 pixels per inch. You can use this with any selection tool, whether it's the rectangular marquee tool, the quick selection tool, anything that's a selection tool. I'm just going to use the lasso tool. There are certain circumstances when making an accurate selection is important. Now, in this image, I don't know if we have any of those, but sometimes it's easier to make a selection and then make the adjustment with the selection. And sometimes I think it's easier to not make a selection and then just sort of paint that or apply that to a specific area. And we'll go over that way in a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to circle this half of these trees that I want to brighten. Your selection doesn't have to be that accurate. However, you don't want to sort of go out here, because if you do that, you're going to actually add this to the selection and brighten up that area. We don't want it. So I'm just going to stay just inside of this area and sort of select this, and we're good to go. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to work in a curves adjustment layer. So I'm going to select the curves adjustment layer, and you can see the mask has already created the area that I want to apply this to. Why? Because I made a selection first. So if you make a selection first and then click on an adjustment layer, it automatically makes a mask for you. Now, when I brighten this area up, it's only happening in this area of the trees where I made the selection. What we're going to do here is now I'm going to do the opposite over here on this side of the image. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to make another adjustment layer, and then I'm going to brighten it up a little bit. But notice I'm brightening up the whole area, but I'm paying attention to this area right in here, because that's, as I adjust these levels, this is what I'm actually caring about. I don't care what happens here or down here or here. It's just the trees. There's two ways to do this. I can come in here with my brush and I can paint the color black. So why the color black? Well, black hides this adjustment. So remember, I just want this adjustment in these trees here. So if I come in here and paint this out and this one, because we already did it, and then this whole sky, now that adjustment is just being applied to this one little area. But I'm going to hit Command Z and undo that. Usually when you paint out an area, it's a much larger area. painting out this in black is a pretty large area. It would be easier to just apply it to here. What you can do is invert this mask. So after I made this adjustment layer, and I'll do this again so it's a little bit quicker and we can see here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this layer again. I'm going to come up, make a new adjustment layer. Remember, I'm looking just for this area. It made that mask that's applying it everywhere. I'm going to hit Command I or Control I on a PC. It inverted the mask to black. In this case, I can now take the color white and just paint that in to the area that I want the adjustment to be applied to. And that doesn't have to be in one area. If I wanted to brighten up this area, I could do that. If I want to brighten up this area, I can do that. So here's our mask. This adjustment is being applied here, here, and here, but not anywhere that you see black. So those are the two different ways in which you can selectively apply an adjustment layer. One is you're going to make some sort of a selection and then make an adjustment layer, and it's automatically going to make a mask. Or you can make an adjustment and then paint it in with your brush. Paint it in means you're just applying it to a specific area. Now, it's already white and being applied to a specific area. One of the quick little keys that you see, this is your foreground color and your background color. You can either click on this little arrow to flip these or hit the letter X on your keyboard. So we're going to hit X to get black. So if I wanted to paint that adjustment out of the sky, I would just take black and then I've painted it out of the sky. So that's how you make adjustment layers or selective adjustment layers inside Adobe Photoshop. What you should do is kind of get in here. I want you to just make a whole bunch of different either curves or levels or black and white or anything that you want to do, and try to tone this image with just adjustment layers. Because what you'll find out is most of an image is going to be a selective adjustment, meaning it's only going to be applied to a certain area. It's very rare that after you've already gone through Adobe Camera Raw that you need to do too much global toning, meaning something that affects the whole image. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave those below, and don't forget to subscribe.